Good morning, welcome to episode 9 of Coffee with Chris. My name is Chris Beery. Thank you everybody for being here. I want to take a quick moment before we get into our message of the day to ask and thank all of you who are clicking the link to my YouTube channels, visiting my Facebook, liking, subscribing, and following. I appreciate you taking the opportunity to better your lives, better your day by embracing a positive message and looking for what really matters in life, and that's personal happiness, growth, and fulfillment. So thank you everybody for being here again. Today I want to talk about building momentum. And it starts at its core with discipline, because discipline ultimately drives you to go into discomfort, to choose discomfort and realize that in discomfort there is progress, there's growth and change. And ultimately, it's the ability to overcome that creates the feeling of happiness and joy and fulfillment, self-fulfillment, feeling proud of what you've done and what you've accomplished so far. So my wife asked me a question last night in bed that really impacted me, really took me for a beat. And it was as I was putting my AirPod in my ear and looking for my favorite show or something entertaining on YouTube, because typically my nighttime process is to put something on in my ear that distracts me, that takes away or overshadows the constant turnings in my mind. You know, everybody as they get into bed, I'm sure has some feeling that, you know, their mind just keeps turning even when they're ready for bed. And I find that I'm more often that way than not, and it's now become a habit. And she asked me the question, and she looked at me, put that in my ear, and she said, have you ever thought about, you know, whether or not that was going to be a habit that you embrace for the rest of your life? Are you going to continue to put something in your ear and distract yourself from your own thoughts from now on? And it was incredible, because what it made me realize was my only answer for her was just, I like it. I want to. And the real question I should be asking myself after something like that is, this is something that has become a part of my life. How is it serving me? And the same question applies to anything in your life that you find yourself doing. Maybe not necessarily a choice that you're making, but a habit that you have. And it made me realize that, and pardon my language, but this is just how I talk, bullshit carries momentum too. Everything in your life has a momentum to it. So whether you're choosing to or not, you hit the snooze alarm. And when you hit the snooze alarm today, it's a little bit easier to hit it tomorrow. When you hit the snooze alarm two times in a week, 3 isn't that crazy. And what happens is you're building momentum by allowing things to happen, and realize that what's negative, death, decay, those types of forces in your life, in the world around you, impose themselves on you so much stronger than the things like growth and happiness and beauty and peace. Those things don't come into frame. You have the news pushing all sorts of messages to you that are very rarely about what's good and what's great happening in the world, any growth or development happening. No, it's often about wars and conflict and political issues. And then you look at outside your window, or even on your phone or on Facebook, the things that people spend their time on, what they gravitate to, tends to be not something that builds them up, but breaks them down. And so take in for a moment that what it means to build positive momentum in your life means fighting these imposing forces. You have to choose whether you take in the negative and allow that to be the momentum of your life, or if you choose the other path that requires that you seek out beauty, seek out growth and fulfillment. And by seeking out those things, ultimately what you do is you're training yourself to look for discomfort every day, just a little bit, just to overcome, accomplish, set goals for yourself. It's okay to reward yourself and rest and relax, but earn that relaxation, earn that rest. Do what you said you were going to do. Build momentum today by setting a goal for what needs to be done, and then go do it. And then when you've accomplished it, feel fulfilled, reward yourself if you need to, establish the reward right now. Are you gonna watch that 30 minutes of television later? Are you gonna watch your favorite show tonight? Are you gonna kick your feet up and say, ah? Or are you gonna do it? Are you gonna go to work? Are you gonna go to school? Are you gonna go talk to somebody who you need to talk to and get something off your chest? Are you going to do the hard thing and accomplish the goal? And then when that 30 minutes of television comes, you can put your feet up and relax, knowing that you've earned that type of rest and relaxation. You've earned the opportunity to sit back for a minute. But don't dwell there, because what you've earned is a small reward. Small, incremental growth is what's going to lead to overall development and fulfillment in your life. So it empowered me to ask you that my wife decided, like she does on a regular basis, to call me out on my bullshit and say, is that really who you want to be? Is that really who you are? I'm going to ask you, is there a habit that you have? Is there something that you're doing on a regular basis? Are you drinking sodas? Are you choosing to indulge in unhealthy foods? Are you, taking more rest from the gym than you think you really need? Because in reality, I understand people go to the gym, it hurts, it's sore, it's not comfortable, but that discomfort is good for you. Discipline is good for you. It's your best friend. It'll take care of you in ways that nothing else will, if you embrace the fact that discomfort is meant to make you grow. Go seek it out. Go do something outside. Go enjoy and embrace nature. The little bit of looking out my window and seeing the trees and seeing the birds play around, that little bit of nature can be medicine. It's where we come from. It's what we're attached to. So if that's what you need in your life, get outside and exercise. And if exercise isn't what needs your attention right now and your way of building momentum, if you're in sales, it's getting on another phone call. If you're at school, if it's typing 100 words in an essay, if you're a writer or a blogger or anything along those lines, if you just put in the work, just sit down, set a goal for yourself, accomplish it. And it doesn't have to be, I'm gonna write 1,000 words. If yesterday you wrote 20, today, write 50. Write 50 and then reward yourself. Because it's okay if you've overcome a goal to reward yourself. Where we learn to embrace laziness comes from rewarding ourselves before we've ever done anything to earn it. And that's something I encourage you to do throughout your world, throughout your life. But keep in mind, the way you reward yourself in the short term may be a long-term downfall. Say that my wife makes some cinnamon rolls and I have the choice of grabbing one on the way out to work. The short term would be, I get a cinnamon roll and I enjoy it and I feel this little peak of excitement. The downside is I'm gonna crash off that sugar, those carbs. It's gonna taste delicious and I'll be up here while I'm eating it. But almost certainly immediately, if not almost immediately afterwards, there's gonna be a decline versus skipping that cinnamon roll. And maybe I'm down here that would have been really nice, but no, I'll pass on it today. And what ends up happening is I don't crash. And I get able to go and say, with a win, I didn't introduce 600 unnecessary calories into my morning. Had a nice lean morning. I made it this far into the day. Why not have a healthy lunch? And then, as you see, even though I didn't get that immediate spike in the day, I got that little bit, starting my day with a little win. So choose your little wins this morning. Choose some time to really think and concentrate, process your own thoughts, turn off the television, turn off the news, get off of Facebook. Talking to everybody looking at my Facebook Live right now. Get off of Facebook and go think. Process your thoughts, meditate, ask yourself hard questions. What kind of habits that do you have right now that no longer serve you? What got you here isn't gonna get you there. It's not gonna get you to where you wanna go. So be okay abandoning old habits in the pursuit of discipline and growth. If you have to, announce it to the world. Go tell your significant other, your children, hey, I don't wanna drink sodas anymore. That's not who I wanna be. I can't drink sodas for the rest of my life. If I wanna be healthy, if I wanna live a long life, bring your family members, bring your loved ones into your commitments, and don't be afraid to speak it out loud. because that is how you build momentum, is by setting accountability structures for yourself. Make it hard to fail, make it difficult, make it feel bad, because that discomfort is there to help you. That's my message for today. I appreciate everybody who's listening. Go out there, set a goal, accomplish it, and start your week with a win. Build positive momentum and don't let anything negative introduce itself into your life today, because today is beautiful. We have great weather here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's gorgeous outside. I encourage you, do some walking, embrace some of the chilly air, and accomplish your goals. Be happy. Love somebody today. Love you all. Thanks for being here.